Here today, looking at doing an unpack video of the Lumia 800. In market, you may have already seen the Lumia 710. That Lumia 710 is the low-end, entry-level, almost like an HTC or Samsung equivalent. I think the reason why I call this a ceremonial unpacking is because I've already opened it up, but I have to say that quickly found with the device that it was worthy of an unpack. So wish I had done that from the beginning, but here we go. So the opening, sealed, tells you that this is a knockoff. It's actually Nokia. Pull out on it. It's got the usual elevated device, so creates that sense of anticipation. In the cellophane pack, you'll see a QR code, kind of a micro QR code. If you can see it, the size and aspect ratio is about the size of that camera lens. And certainly with these phones now having 8 megapixel phone cameras, there's no reason why it can't be scanning those 2D codes. If you have to use a QR code, not that I'm advocating for it, but if you have to, you certainly can go a lot smaller these days, it looks like. So the Carl Zeiss camera is one of the first things you notice right there, and some quality LED features. Look at that unibody, really beautiful. Nothing to open in here. There's a permanent battery, okay, one time for life battery in it, and there is you see a nice little bevel, slightly raised on that glass there. On the top here, you've got the slot for the SD card, and you also have the little slot here for the USB, micro USB power in. This slides over and comes out. Here's your SD card. You need to have a micro SD card for your SIM chip. That's your memory. Onboard memory is about 15 gigs available. 16 gig probably hard solid state drive in there. So again, going with that unibody approach and no moving parts or anything else. The solid state of Nokia. Very nicely done. Down on the bottom, you have quality speaker and a couple of volume control buttons, a couple of on off, and here's the lower one's your camera switch, microphone in. Okay, really simple, very simple, beautiful, elegant body. The Windows UX itself, I can do another unpack of that a little bit later to talk a little bit about what's under the hood there. It's exactly what you've seen on any other Windows phone, with the exception of you'll find a couple of Nokia elements, including the Nokia Drive and Nokia Maps, which take advantage of the MapQuest acquisition. Anyway, obviously you can see I've already uploaded a couple of things, including logged in with my Windows Live account. One word of note: if you are logging in with a Windows Live account, make sure you're logging with the right one. Otherwise, you can only log in once. It becomes a permanent ID for this phone, and it's what everything else connects to. So all these tiles connect to that. So make sure you're logging in with the right one. I made the mistake of logging in with the one from our Xbox at home, and you want to make sure that you're going to have all your Facebook, your LinkedIn, everything else connected to it. I'll show you why later on. Anyway, that's the first thing that you see is this beautiful phone, beautiful, really well made, very solid feeling phone. Then again, sort of a nod to Apple, I believe. I mean, there's a lot of design here that feels very Apple-esque. You get a little cover that comes with it, comes right with it. Do you need it? Maybe not. Maybe not. It's already very beautiful without it, but you get a little bit of a stickiness with this, so that when you put it on a surface, it doesn't just naturally slide around. So you get a little bit more stick with that. Underneath is another box. Again, very, very light on the information. In fact, there's a lot more product safety and legalese kind of stuff then quick guide in 2 different languages, but that's the extent of it. It's very much like Apple, which is almost out of the box, ready for you to use, and ready to use usability. And then inside the box, a couple other goodies that you'd expect, which is how are you going to power it. So you've got a power cord, you've got your microphone in for the hands-free, and then just a very nice little touch here. If you're going to do a USB plug, why not make it beautiful and nicely designed? And so there's a little whimsy in there as well, and again a head nod to Apple with a white frame and white frame that goes with nothing else from what I can tell. Alright, so that's the Lumia 800 unbox, and again, great experience so far. I'll share more with the UX and usability, but this is a device that, although there's some talk about standing on the shoulders of Apple and Android, it's absolutely at a minimum a parity product, if not even better in some ways than the Apple OS, iOS devices that we've been using. So very excited. Highly recommend. Thumbs up endorsement for the Nokia Lumia 800.